Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Jazzy of Venusaur Sasquatch here, and we are doing another streaming Saturday. I found, well, actually, I didn't find one. The first one's a brand new movie, The Pickup, directed by Tim Story, starring Eddie Murphy as Russell Pierce, Pete Davidson as Travis Stoley, Kiki Palmer as Zoe, Jack Kessie as Banner. A routine cash pickup turns into a deadly pursuit when two mismatched armored truck drivers are ambushed by ruthless criminals with plans beyond the cash. Um, this movie is very good. It's an MGM movie too. I don't know why they didn't put this one in theaters and why they put some of the ones that they do in theaters. They went out to just kind of fail. I feel like this one at least did like 15 million, especially if they would have put it in like an early February slot or something like that. But they didn't. They put it on Prime, which is fine. We got a good streaming movie here. Eva Longoria plays a pretty good part as Eddie Murphy's wife. Andrew Dice Clay is in this. He's hilarious. It's always like every time you see Andrew Dice Clay, it's like, man, what would have been with your career? Marshawn Lynch, of course, is in this. If you see the previews, and Roman Reigns or Joe and Noah is Roman or it's Joe Roman Reigns and Noah as the official title. I give this movie a B minus overall. We start with Pete Davidson, who's in a bank. He is one of the guards. It's Travis Stoley, and he gets interrupted by Kiki Palmer while he's on a routine job. Pulls a gun on her, and then still finds a way to date her, and ends up sleeping with her as well. And then it comes to find out that later in the movie that wasn't a great idea. And then we get into work, and Eddie Murphy and him are paired together, and they go on a long route outside of Atlantic City to pick up this, and that's where everything kind of goes wrong here. Keke Palmer is definitely on the must-watch list after the Bad Day movie and a couple other movies I watched her with, and recently she is definitely like anytime she's going to be in a movie coming out, I will be watching it. Eddie Murphy's just as funny with Pete Davidson. They kind of have like an awkward type of humor, but it kind of works because they're supposed to be like new coworkers, and it would be awkward with new coworkers, especially when you're like driving and you kind of like make conversation stuff like this. So I think it works perfectly. And then once Eddie Murphy starts to get going and he starts to feel it and he starts to find some of his lines and probably get into the movie more as the filming progressed, it would probably help. Marshawn Lynch is awesome in this. Roman Reigns is actually pretty funny, and he is involved with Keith Palmer in that. So pretty funny together, and it brings it all around. Good music behind it. Like for a comedy like this, it's easy to like kind of like take too much of the humor and not rely on action. It's where this kind of relies more on the action to make the humor and stuff like this with certain parts, as well as Pete Davidson and Eddie Murphy. Like I said, they're back and forth, and their chemistry is actually pretty decent. Um, so yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. It's on Amazon Prime. It was a brand new movie they just came out with. Like I said, it's part of the MGM Prime togetherness with all that stuff. So that is The Pickup, directed by Tim Story. And the next one I'm going to talk about quick is on Netflix. It is from 2021. It's called Midnight in the Switchgrass, directed by Randall Emmett, starring Emile Hirsch, Megan Fox, Bruce Willis, and Lucas Haas. An FBI agent and Florida State officer team up to investigate a string of unsolved murders. It came out July 23rd, 2001. It had a release. It had a theater release. The budget 15 million. I'm not going to give you the number. It was just under $1 million. I will tell you that what it would totally gross. But it is the last theatrical release of Bruce Willis in the notes here. Machine Gun Kelly, of course, shows up since 2001. He would be dating Megan Fox at the time. Caitlin Carmichael is in this. Her um, character in this is very good. I had to bring her uh, into like bringing her up, so I made sure to make a note of her. And Michael Beach is in this. You know him if you see him. It wasn't a terrible quick thrill. This movie wasn't. I'd probably give it a C, C minus. I'd give it a C. I'll give it a C just as a solid. It was only an hour, 38 minutes, so it's a quick thriller. It's something you can kind of watch if you're just like kind of bored one day. We start with a concrete salesman or a salesman on the road. We don't realize the concrete salesman until later on in the movie. And he takes a piss into the like swampy area of the grass. I think that this was supposed to be set in like the 80s too. I'm not really sure. I don't know because he had cell phones and stuff like this. This thing is just like a part of like an urban southern part of Florida here. Anyways, so he stops. He finds a body. We see Emile Hirsch show up, and then we are going into a meet Megan Fox in a hotel room where she is playing a prostitute as part of her FBI sting with Bruce Willis watching her. And as we're doing this, we see a girl kind of disappear in the back, and Lucas Haas, who is the bad guy in this, picks her up. And then from there, just like a sick psycho thriller. Lucas Haas is a badass bad guy. I'll tell you that. Let's get him into one of these Marvel movies as a bad guy, psychopath, and I think it'll work. Um, Jamal Hurts is pretty good in this. Megan Fox, she's really pretty. And it's really kind of just amazing. But like, she's just so wooden of an actor. Like, if she just tried like 1% more while acting instead of just kind of like reading the lines or kind of woodenly reading the lines, I think she would be like so much less hate on and a lot more being on her because she does have good work. Like with, I'm not gonna like sit here and say like good Megan Fox movie. We all know the good Megan Fox movies were Transformers, Jennifer's Body, anything around that time period is pretty good. Megan Fox, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like she has good roles. Even that Subservice that we watched from last year on Netflix is pretty good because she did kind of turn it up a little bit, and the kind of roboticness of the character for that kind of helped with her robotic nature of just kind of her lines. But this movie is decent. Megan Fox is a prostitute FBI agent. A lot of men are screwed when they're going to be bed. She beats up Machine Gun Kelly, so I'm sure she kind of like doing that. Sure, Machine Gun Kelly kind of like doing that too. Yeah, for sure. This is one of those movies I watched on Netflix. It is Midnight in the Switchgrass, directed by Randall Emmett, and that is our streaming Saturday for this week. Tune in next week. We'll have another movie released. I think there's a movie coming out on Netflix. If not, we'll go to Old Guard 2 or something like that. Something we missed last month with Netflix. But thank you guys very much for watching, and please have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comments section. And see you next time in the cave.